It's all okay. The call came through at the beginning of my night shift, so I wasn't spending the entire time waiting for it. I heard the beep in my ear, "This is a test call," and I knew what I had to do. Hello? I didn't know what to expect next. I didn't get to hear what Oliver heard when he answered, so this was almost exciting. Test call passed. Commencing stage 1. It was a bit of an anticlimax, really. I'd expected something menacing or threatening, a growling voice or something like that. The same cold, computerized voice, just saying something different. I didn't tell anyone I'd answered the call. After the whole situation with Oliver, I doubt any of them would care. They'd probably celebrate. That was one of the main reasons I answered the call, after all. I walked in for my shift and everyone was just glaring at me. I did overhear a little more information about Oliver during the night. Anna was the control manager again, and she was telling the dispatchers that Oliver's husband had seemed completely uninterested in his disappearance. For all he'd been telling me about their happy marriage and hopes for adoption, Oliver's husband was under the impression that they were going to be getting a divorce. Turns out something similar happened with Naomi. She told her husband that she was cheating on him and walked out on him and the kids just before she answered the test call, leading everyone and their family to turn their backs on her. That struck me as weird. Naomi loved her kids and would have done anything for them. I know you can never be certain, but she doesn't strike me as the sort to cheat either. It's weird. Then there's me and my fight with Jack. He's with his parents now, and I don't think he'll be coming back, even if nothing comes of this whole test call situation. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but this whole situation is so weird. It's like we're being isolated deliberately. I feel like something wanted me to answer that call. And that's why my headset went crazy on Oliver's call. It needed to alienate me from everyone for whatever happens in stage 1. Nothing has happened yet, by the way. I'm at home 12 hours after taking the call, and haven't disappeared without a trace as far as I can see. No murderers lurking outside, no masked kidnappers hiding in the bushes. I have a bit of a headache and a weird sound in my ears. A beeping sound every now and then. But that isn't unusual after a long shift. Like I said before, sometimes you wake up asking, "What's the address of the emergency?" because you're convinced you just heard the beep in your ears. Part of me thinks it's all rubbish. Oliver couldn't handle the job and quit, and Naomi really did get on a train to Beachy Head and killed herself. She was stressed, especially if there was this whole thing going on with her husband. I don't have Oliver on any social media, so I can't see if he's posted anything since taking the call. At the end of the day, the police weren't interested. They just gave a half explanation to the families and didn't bother investigating. My colleagues treated it like a matter of course. People answer the calls and they die. No one has any answers, and no one seems interested in looking for them. This was my only route of investigation. Not that I feel like much of an investigator right now. I didn't answer that call to find out what happened to Naomi or Oliver. I answered it to find out what would happen to me. So far, I'm underwhelmed. This headache is getting bad though. I think it's a migraine brewing, to be honest. The light hurts my eyes and every sound makes it throb. I'm already a little on edge and this isn't helping. Look, just in case this is the start of something bad, I have to confess something. Those of you who private messaged me asking me to confirm that the test calls weren't real, I lied. I didn't want to freak you out. Some of you were really panicking, and I wasn't sure myself if they were real at that point. So I lied. I told you they weren't real, and I'm sorry. They're real. Those of you who said you've had your door intercom or a phone call say, "This is a test call," please be careful. I'm so sorry if this is my fault, if I've drawn them to you. I never wanted any of this. I thought I was just sharing creepy stories. I now realize I may have drawn their attention to you all. I've put you all at risk, and I'm so very sorry. Shit, none of this was supposed to happen. Don't let it spread any further. Don't tell people. Don't let other people know about this. I probably shouldn't be writing this, but I needed to let you know. I needed to warn you. Oh, fuck, my head. Oh, it hurts so much. Is this what happens? Am I going to just disappear? Or am I going to die? No one would find me. Jack has no reason to come back to the house. No family to speak of. My colleagues don't care. I'll never be found. The cycle will carry on. We all have to answer the call, eventually. The curiosity becomes too great. You're left with nothing left to stick around for. If they want you to answer the call, you'll answer. They'll strip you of everything you have until the only way out is to answer. Answering isn't a bad thing. I'll be fine. Everything is going to be fine. I'll update again tomorrow. What will we be on by then? Part 13 or something? And let you know if this headache comes to anything. Honestly, I think I'm going to be fine. I'm strong. I won't let this beat me. I'm fine. I'm fine. This is a test call.